Hello, Lubbock, all of West Texas, and wherever you may be listening. This is the Chad AC Show, broadcasting live today from the great state capital in Austin, Texas. I want to thank Representative John Frullo and his staff for allowing us to invade his office and speak loudly, but speak to a lot of great politicians that will be coming through today, a lot of great lawmakers that you have been wanting to hear from during this legislative session. And remember, phone line's still open to you even when we're on remote. 770-5790, toll free, 1-800-687-0790. And joining me right off the bat, we start off with Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. Lieutenant Governor, welcome to the show. Thank you for appearing today.
Great to be here in person. We've done the show many times over the last couple of years, so great to be with you, Chad. This brings back old memories of back early 2003, 2005, I would come. As you know, I've been a radio talk show host for a long time and would do the show from senators' offices as well. And so it's good to have the media here.
Well, we always love to come out here, and Austin's one of those towns which is always fun to go to, except for the traffic. Yes. And luckily, I avoided traffic somehow this morning. So I had one of those very few experiences of not seeing the Austin traffic today. But talking about things that kind of start off slow but then get moving at a fast pace, what's happening in the Senate?
Well, we changed the pace this year. One of my goals was to move important legislation that the people ask us to pass early, so that the clock doesn't run out, which often happens. The session is 140 days, and on the 140th day at midnight, that's it. And a lot of good bills die. So our focus is to get legislation to the House maybe 3 to 5 weeks earlier than normal. We have already passed over open carry. We passed over campus carry. We passed over Senate Bill 5, which is a bill that would put $2 billion more per year into transportation, which we desperately need, without raising any taxes. It simply takes half of the existing sales tax you pay when you buy a new or used car or truck and puts it towards roads. This week we're going to get out our tax package, which is $4.5 billion, doubling the homestead exemption, eliminating about half the businesses that pay the business tax. We'd like to end that totally over the next several sessions,
right,
and cutting the rate for everyone else. And we're passing out our border bill this week, and we're going to keep churning at a relatively quick pace. The senators are doing a terrific job of working really hard and to get this done.
Is this something that you heard from people when you were out campaigning for this office, that, hey, we want to see stuff actually get done in Austin? Because you're right, in the past few legislative sessions, seems like everything is slow. We have to focus on the budget, but nothing else, and then it's over.
Well, we can multitask, and I don't know that the folks that we met out on the campaign trail for a year and a half, and we spent a lot of time out in Lubbock and had great support out there. Hello to all of our friends out there who were very supportive during the primary, the runoff, and the general election. I'm very thankful for your vote and your trust, but they were very clear in their message. We're a Republican conservative state, and Greg Abbott and myself won by about 20 points. And as I like to say, not necessarily because of us as individuals, but because of the issues we stood for. And what are those issues? People want the border secure. The Texas Senate is putting $800 million into border security, which is about as much as we've spent the last 6 years. And quite frankly, it's twice the House budget right now. We are moving forward to get that job done. The people said they want their property taxes lowered. They want the business tax lowered or to disappear. They want reform in education. They want transportation funding addressed. So we're doing all of those things along with Second Amendment issues. Again, open carry and campus carry have already passed out. But as a senator for 8 years, quite frankly, I would become frustrated that things moved a little slower than they needed to. So this is part of the process, and we need to get our bills over by mid-April, all of our priority bills. We'll still be passing bills later than that, but we need to give the House plenty of time and the people plenty of time to focus on the bills once they get there. And also it allows us time to take in House bills over here. The game changer, Chad, was the 21 vote rule. For people who don't know what that is, for 70 years there was a rule in the Texas Senate that said you had to have 21 votes to bring a bill to the floor. There are only 31 senators, so that's 2/3. We've never had more than 19 or 20 Republicans in any session in history. So that meant even when we had 20 Republicans, if you had every Republican with you, you always needed a Democrat. And it's not that we don't want to work with the other side. It's good to work with the other side, have bipartisan support, and pass major legislation. However, on issues like voter ID, like pro-life bills, like Second Amendment bills, and other bills dealing with financial issues, often the Democrats would simply stay together as a block of 11, and they stopped us from passing bills. So what's changed this time, and I've been fighting for this since I was a senator, and in my first year, Chad, as a senator, and this is a Senate, the senators vote on the rules. It takes 16 out of 31, simple majority, to change the rules. So my first year, I tried to change the 21 vote rule to 19. I lost 30-1. I was very proud this year, and we built support over the years, but on the first day of session, the senators voted to change that to 19. And what that means is, with 20 Republicans and only 19 to bring a bill to the floor, if you can get your brethren, fellow Republicans, to support your good idea, you can pass it. So something like campus carry, which has been blocked for years, flew out of here,
right,
with every Republican supporting it. Open carry, every Republican. Had we not changed that rule, those bills would still be sitting, and the Democrats would still be holding them up. So that's the game changer that has given everyone a lot of energy to pass good legislation. And it was the most significant thing I said during the campaign we needed to do. And the second thing I promised during the campaign, I would not have half of the Democrats as chairman of committees. Last year, 6 out of 12 Democrats were chairman. This year, there are 2. And that's been a game changer, putting good people in key positions. Charles Perry, for example, Senator Perry. I don't know that anyone remembers the last time a freshman was named chairman of a committee.
That's right.
But I put Charles as chairman of the committee because I'd got to know him very well during the campaign. He's a terrific senator, and I put him in charge of rural affairs, agriculture, and water, which is a key issue for his area, your area of the state. So I put 2 chairmen on finance. That's never happened before, at least in decades. So we wanted to give the new members a chance to get involved quickly, because 8 of the 20 Republicans are freshmen, and 9 of the 31 senators are freshmen. So we needed to get the new guys and ladies on board quickly.
Visiting with Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. Can you hang out for one more segment? Great. We'll go ahead. We'll take the break. You're on News Talk 790 KFYO, the Chad Easty Show, live from the great state capitol here in Austin, Texas. When we come back, we'll continue our conversation with Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick.